Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. You're listening to our Dungeons and Dragons game. As always, I'm your host, the Dungeon Master, or DM for short. And the prologue is a recap of the epilogue of the last game, where an assassin named Celine was sent by the Temple of Elemental Evil to assassinate Arthur. So she seduced him and then plunged a cold iron dagger into his heart, killing him. The plot then of this one is that Arthur walks into the end of the Welcome Wench, and everybody is shocked that he's alive. As an immortal, if you kill an avatar that he's created, he can just make a new avatar. Under certain circumstances, an immortal has to return to their home plane for a number of days equal to their hit points. But in his true form, Arthur has access to every spell ever, including the ones from the Chronomancer book. So Arthur can just literally travel back to the day he was killed and solve his own murder. Zert is shocked by this, and he reports back to the temple that Arthur is alive. Janine and Jenna Gundagoot reveal that they moved the treasure to the secret room in the cellar, which is also where Excalibur's scabbard is. They take Arthur to the secret room and paw at him, happy that he's alive. He asks where the other members of his party are, though, and they tell him that they went to the Temple of Elemental Evil without him to avenge his death. Arthur runs towards the temple. As soon as he's outside of town and nobody can see him, he deletes his current avatar and makes a new one. This one is a Quickling. Using his newfound super speed, Arthur runs as fast as he can towards the Temple of Elemental Evil. He follows the path to a single lane dirt road where he finds a bunch of dead bodies. These were agents of the evil temple who were pretending to be merchants. He races past them to the village of Nulb. When he gets to Nulb, Baraduna the sorceress is carrying Taruko the monk, and they are both full of arrows. Baraduna is trying to get Taruko back to the waterside hostel where they'd gotten a room earlier. But Taruko has already died due to blood loss. Baraduna tells Arthur that she thinks everyone here in the village works for the Temple of Elemental Evil. So Arthur grabs a cart, puts both of them in it, and pushes it back to Hamlet as fast as he can. But by the time he gets there, both of them are dead now. He searches the magic shop for the rod of resurrection that was there earlier. But to his dismay, he discovers that the rod only had one charge left when Baradun was trying to sell it, and someone already used it on him. Arthur's old body is up and walking around. Both Arthurs are pretty freaked out by this. The old body feels like maybe he's not as real as the other Arthur is. And of course, this means the rod can't bring Baraduna the sorceress or Taruko the monk back from the dead. The two Arthurs discuss the idea of shifting into true immortal form with access to all the spells and then resurrecting characters that way. But they didn't use that ability on their mom. They talk about old girlfriends, asking if Arthur would ever allow them to die and be reunited with their lost loved ones. The Arthurs argue and in the end decide that Baraduna and Taruko went out fighting for what's right. And it's hard to ask for a better ending than that. So while they are far from comfortable with the decision, the Arthurs don't resurrect anybody. The epilogue to this one is that a funeral is held for Baraduna, Cobort, and Taruko. So that's it for this one. This one was pretty short, but it was all characterization. And the idea is that people tried to storm the temple. It went bad. There were a bunch of archers there, obviously, defending it. And so it was kind of a total party kill. So we need to roll up new characters, and then we're going to take another whack at the temple next game. So the channel now is all caught up. This is everything so far, to the best of my knowledge. If you have any questions or anything, put them in the comments section. Be sure to hit like, subscribe, ring the bell, all that jazz. And we'll see you next time. Bye.